And I-24 News, y'all got to do better. Y'all, I wonder how your ratings look. Because this reporting is straight BS, a disgrace. All the propaganda, y'all just can't get you news outlets, media, y'all just can't get it right. Check this out, family. Just check this out.
A group of white supremacists has founded a 160-acre settlement in the Ozark Hills for white people only, and it's called Return to the Land. It was set up in 2023 by two men named Eric Orwell and Peter Cesare, and it explicitly bans Jewish people, LGBTQ individuals, and anyone who isn't a white Christian of European descent. In this case, it turns out Jews are not considered white after all. Now, this white-only town is vetting members through interviews and ancestry screening, and only those who can prove European roots are allowed in. Right now, about 40 people live there full-time, but hundreds more around the world have already paid for membership. And once accepted, members can buy land, but instead of traditional deeds, they're sold LLC shares tied to private plots. The group claims that this loophole lets them bypass civil rights.
So a certain segment of the black community is up in arms. Tell me something I don't know. They're upset at the fact that a group called Return to the Land has set up an all-white settlement in an area of Arkansas. This group is now working on setting up another settlement in an area in Missouri. Now, I'm not one for segregation, believe me, but I believe I'll live next to whoever wants to live next to me. And if they don't, that's their business. But let's not act like black people haven't been segregating themselves for years.
I forget, a couple years ago, Ashley Scott and Renee Walters got together and created their own community, their own black community. They wanted to create generational wealth and keep their legacy and culture. So I'm confused. What's the problem when the white people want to do it? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to try to bring up history and that victimization mentality. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. That happened many years ago. We're talking about now.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Woo! This is good. Oh, this is gonna be a good video, good show today. I got a good one for y'all, family. Oh man, people are crying, outraged. The internet's outraged and crying. White people creates a white-only town. I think this is good. Yeah, buddy, this is good. It's called Return of the Land. Yeah, it's called Return of the Land. Oh yeah, this is good. In Arkansas. They got it going on down there in Arkansas. This is good. Yeah. Yeah, as a black man, I want to come on here and say, I don't care. This is good. Do what y'all want to do. Yeah, they've been attacking white people, people playing the victim card, the race card. People sick of all this crap. And y'all keep attacking, people gonna react. Yeah, people gonna do what they want to do. Let them live their life. And the people, y'all went out there and interviewed everybody. They say, yeah, we just want like-minded, similar people in this community. We don't want, and that's fine. Y'all go choose who y'all want to live around and where y'all want to be around. I'm just saying, look. And then look, a lot of black people are saying this is, let them do what they want to do. There's a lot of black people approving of this. Now, again, we have the outrage from a lot of lefties and a lot of woke people that's saying, oh, segregation is back. Oh, we're going back in years. They said the same thing when President Trump walked back in there. Oh, Trump and his billionaire buddies. Trump wants to make America white again. Oh, the same propaganda, the same fear-mongering, the same crap. People are sick of this stuff, man. And I'm going to read some of these comments out. Someone says, as a black man, I don't blame them one bit. Cause and effect. They hate us, we react. I have no issue with this as a black person. If there can be black-only sororities, colleges, graduations, and even an entire month, then what's the issue? The Amish have been self-segregating for centuries. Oh, man. Having a black neighbor neighbor would be a dream. Having a black neighbor like the first woman would be a nightmare. Oh boy. As a black man, I fully agree with this. This is good for the whites only town. I like that. I love that they're doing things like this, and I think nobody should be mad because us black people have already done something like this before. Yeah, I believe this happened in Georgia. This one happened, and they did this in Georgia. You know. And then, again, this is how the media always, you know, this is how the media is. And this is why people hate the media. They hate the CNNs, the fake news media, you know. White people create a town. You know, black people create a black only town. Everybody clap and rejoice. You know. But white people do it. It's attack, shame, blame, evil, racist, Nazi, this, that, white supremacy. You know how they do it.
It was really amazing.
You hear that? That is the sound of freedom.
Feels really amazing. I cry every time I come here.
Why were these two women interested in the prospect of buying a town in the first place?
We needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, a tribe again.
So Renee and Ashley reached out to family and friends, and together they bought what they intend to name Freedom, Georgia.
Freedom, Georgia.
A new black city.
Freedom, Georgia.
The owners hosted the big black campout over Labor Day weekend. Supporters drove in from across the country.
That is our vision, and to be able to pass this land down to my children and to the children that are represented by each of our 19 families as a piece of legacy. We're hoping to create legacy.
But now we have in Arkansas the whites only town, and again. The internet's crying. People are crying. Oh, like go. I can show y'all if you type it in white, and then you'll see these people titles. Segregation is back. This is back. Like y'all, man. Hey, people have had enough. You know, and then all this, and then you know, I'm one of the ones that are sick of you, sick of my own people. It's and even a lot of us black people are sick of the ends. They've ruined and messed everything up for everybody, you know, from the crime. People don't feel safe. Somebody out there arguing, cussing, then shot a gun off. Yeah, I bet you this white only town, the crime rate gonna be down. I bet you it is. They're gonna feel safe and thrive with they people. That's good. I don't got nothing against it. I don't. I'm telling you. Y'all can call me what you want. I got love for everybody. One love to the human race. You know, but we got to call stuff out for what it is, man. We done with all this woke crap, you know. Y'all been saying the same crap, the same propaganda, the same racist lies, misinformation, BS, the same crap when Trump got back in, you know. And people are done with it, man. They say, oh, you're just in it because you're a conservative and them white people don't love you, Rick. You're a bootlicker. You're a C-word. You're a sellout. Rick, you're selling honey buns. Those white people don't love you, Rick. Say what you want. I don't care. You know, y'all, everybody always outraged and crying over this and that, and they really don't want to face the facts. The facts hurt feelings. The truth will set you free. But most people don't want to hear the truth. They don't care from the truth, or they run away from the truth. What's the problem now? You got black this, black that, black owned. Like, come on now. And years ago, I was woke, and even myself used the term. I admit to it. I'm very truthful and honest. That's the best part about this show, and why so many people love me for who I am. Because we come on here and keep it real, you know. But I don't got no problem with this. What y'all think, family? Let me know in the comment section. But this is going on down in Arkansas. Again, there's already been black only towns created. So hey, but you know, white people do something, it's the end of the world. we gotta attack them. Everybody racist, everybody this, that, you know. Segregation is back. You see a lot of these big podcasters and influencers with these YouTube titles and thumbnails. You know, I tell you, man, we done went back hundreds of years. I tell you, with this ridiculous rhetoric, propaganda, y'all need to get up out of here, man. You know, and if you hate America so much, leave. Do everybody a favor. Just leave. Just leave. Simple. If you don't like America, just leave. And I don't blame these white people for doing this in Arkansas. I don't. Y'all have a good time. I know it's gonna be safe around there. Y'all can build and do. Yeah, go on, do what y'all do. Cause we done all kind of things. Yeah, just go on, do what y'all do.
Video everywhere of this community in Arkansas that's building a whites-only community. Sky News did an entire nearly half-hour segment on it called Whites Only, and it's got people dropping all kinds of strong opinions on it.
This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL. A lot of this is reaction to left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter.
What we've done here is establish a place where
even the dog's white. Even the dog is white.
we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, you know, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture. We're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's.
And that's one of the people, but they have pictures of him and the others of them taking pictures of with black people, and they have black friends, you know, but they wanted to have their own town, again, man. But when if anybody goes out and create this, if some of these white people went out and created this in anywhere, it could have been in Texas, they're still gonna get the same treatment. Yeah, they're still gonna get the exact same treatment.
Happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
Well,
that we hate everyone else.
yeah,
it's not about that.
Why is it wrong to identify with your own people, want an integrated culture where you can be yourself?
After the emergence of this story, the Attorney General of Arkansas slammed the group and opened an investigation. Regardless of how you feel about this situation, the question I ask is there a double standard going on?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group to do the same thing.
Let's go back to Georgia, 2020.
I just showed y'all this. In Georgia, Freedom, Georgia. We just showed you this. You know, black people do it and this and that. Let's all celebrate. Black history. We got Black History Month. We got black this, black that, black everything. Come on now. White people do something, it's the end of the world. Nazis, you know. I tell you, man. White supremacy, segregation, you know. We're going back to the slave days. And then come to find out, they still don't know that black people own slaves. You people are ridiculous, man.
A moment of triumph as black families walk upon nearly 97 acres of land that they're thrilled to now call their own.
They bought what they intend to name Freedom, Georgia, a new black city.
This is where we plan to build a community for us, by us.
There was this desire, this need to be able to affect real change and amass black power.
Their goal? To create a new Black Wall Street, a safe space for people of color to live and thrive.
We really just
people of color
want to build a tight-knit community for our people to just come and breathe. The internet trolls, isn't this segregation? It's not us segregating ourselves. It's just we're building where we can come and be safe. Like Chinatown has these areas, you go up and down Buford Highway, you can't even read some of the signs because it's not in our language, and nobody has a problem. And why is it that when we want to build, we're considered racist or we're segregating ourselves?
So now, you know, hey, The sweet vice versa, the sweet hypocrisy. Oh, man. Oh, it feels good when you can reverse it, huh? It feels good when you can reverse it. Hey, you can do that. I can do it too. Okay.
We saw what happened with Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and
Doped up, wasn't he? He was doped up off that dopafana.
Breonna Taylor and the protest. We both have black husbands. We both have black sons.
BLM scam. Yeah. They riding around in nice cars, and nice, got real estate, the nice jewelry and purses. Yeah. And y'all done went out there and burned things to the ground. Then come to find out the autopsy report came back. And how did that play out for you? Yeah, how did the financial report play out for you? A complete scam. You know.
And I was starting to get overwhelmed and have a sense of anxiety when my husband would leave the house to go to work.
So watching our people protesting in the streets, while it is important, and I want people to stay out in the streets, bringing attention to the injustices of black people, we needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again.
Yeah, just can't make it up. But you know, I want to bring this lady on. This black lady. She had a great show. I really liked a lot of things she said in her show. I want to just let you guys check this out for a bit. This is good.
All right, guys. So apparently there's a white-only town being built out in the Ozarks. You heard me. White only, not diversity friendly, not inclusive, just white. And it's called Return to the Land. And from what I've heard of it, they're not accepting black people, Jews, or gay people. And to be honest, I am not mad at them. Not even one bit, because what
I told you, we are not mad at them. And there's so many people saying this. So many black people. People are, hey, come on now.
whether you like it or not, this is what happens when you push people to the edge. And now the internet is having a full-blown meltdown. White supremacist compound, hate group, a threat to democracy, blah, blah, blah. All the usual program responses. People want to shut down, banned, canceled, erased from existence like it never happened. Meanwhile, others are like, good, people should have the right to surround themselves with like-minded people and people that look like them. The internet is divided and the outrage is loud, but what is really going on here? Is this town actually the threat they're making it out to be, or is this what happens when you demonize a group long enough, they finally say, fine, we'll go build our own? Because let's be honest, when people feel attacked, they separate. That is human nature. You can only call someone evil, racist, privileged, and oppressive for so long before they say, you know what, we're out. And if you've seen my episode on when did being white become a crime, then you already know the pattern. Demonization leads to division, division leads to self-preservation, and now here we are. So let's talk about it. Who's behind this town? What do they actually believe? Why is the internet foaming at the mouth over it? And most importantly, what does it say about where we are as a country when people feel so alienated that they start building racially exclusive towns just to feel safe? We're going to get into all of it today. I am Carmen JC, and welcome back to the down below. Because now, this first clip, go ahead and take a listen.
So a group of pimple puss people are building an all-white community in the Ozark Hills in Arkansas. That is literally a requirement to join this community. You must be white. They said no black people, no Jewish people, no homosexuals or anyone a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. You must prove your European ancestry, and you must be Christian and not follow any non-European religion. If I'm being honest, my initial reaction upon hearing about this all-white community being built, praise be. Praise We have prayed for times like this. People have been begging for years for white people and J-Lo to go away and stop bothering us. But unfortunately, I know this community is very unserious and it's not going to last for a couple of reasons. Number one, the community is called Return to the Land. Having people prove European ancestry to join a community called Return to the Land on American soil?
Oh boy.
Be so fucking for real. I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. That's not your land to return to. If anything, you should be returning that land to Native Americans. They're talking about we're creating this community because we want to be able to control who our neighbors are. If y'all would have left the world the fuck alone, white American culture, the fucking... Is this a way of trying to convince everyone that they were getting culture is stealing? So to say you're preserving your culture by building a community, and alas, the family tree is a wreath. And in an all-white town, the only people for the white men to oppress are their cousin wives and their children. Not being able to oppress other minorities that's not going to fully scratch out a present issue they have. And you know what happens when a white man gets tired of his wife and children. Click, boom.
At first I was like, wait, she might be going somewhere with this one, and then I was like, no, I'm losing brain cells listening to this woman. It's a lot of them like this. I lose brain cells listening to.
If they were to return to their action in their favorite has the opportunity.
White people want to separate. It is not just about race. It is about this entitled, bitter energy that refuses to die. If you got people holding on to things that happened centuries ago, like it is their emotional support trauma, screaming about stolen land while we're living off the system in a country they refuse to appreciate. This is delusional. Now let's go ahead and play another video. This one has a lot more sense. Let's take a listen.
It always goes from somebody that's having sense, a black person that has no sense at all. All they do is cuss and say, just out of touch, out of reality, woke. And then we have somebody that has sense.
Seriously mad about people wanting to have a whites only community? Let's not forget the fact that we always label things black own this and black own that. So a white man, Eric Arwal, wanted to establish his own town for his own people, white people. He wanted to control who he had as neighbors. His goal is to preserve the purity of his culture and traditions. So what are we mad for? Let's not forget, a couple years ago, Ashley Scott and Renee Walters got together and created their own community, their own black community. They wanted to create generational wealth and keep their legacy and culture. So I'm confused. What's the problem when the white people want to do it? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to try to bring up history and that victimization mentality. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. That happened many years ago. We're talking about now. We're not going to continue to bring up the past. At one point, we did have Black Wall Street. And yes, it was destroyed. However, we had the ability to rebuild and we didn't. We were defeated. So we're not going to continue to play the victim. This is a voluntary self-segregation, not a forced one. Get over it.
I mean, facts. She said it perfectly. There's nothing wrong with wanting to live among people who reflect your values, your culture, your standards. That is not hate. That is boundaries. And quite frankly, if more people have boundaries, maybe this country wouldn't be in this mess. So let's go ahead and break down who's actually behind this town, because this wasn't just random. These men knew exactly what they were doing. Let's get into it. Let's start with who's behind this so-called controversy. Eric Orwell, a Missouri-based entrepreneur with roots in alternative publishing and homesteading spaces, alongside Peter Sear, a libertarian tech activist who's been deep in the off-grid and data privacy world for years. Together, they co-founded Return to the Land. It's a private gated community in the Ozarks built specifically for like-minded people who share Christian values, traditional American living, self-sufficiency, and yes, European ancestry as well. Now, of course, the media is losing its mind, calling it a white supremacist compound, a national security threat, a hate group, and all the usual hysteria they throw at anything that doesn't bow to the system. Yep. But before we go any further, let's take a look at what Return to the Land actually is and why the internet is in full
association founded to allow Americans who value their history and heritage to form communities around these values. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination in real estate sales such that Americans who would want to live among their co-ethnics cannot do so through the free market alone. The Fair Housing Act does, however, allow private associations, which themselves do discriminate on whatever basis, to manage real estate for communities of their members. RTTL is a nationwide association that's dedicated to 1. Making sure we can safely and legally build communities for white Americans by investing in legal research and building funds for the legal defense of our right to freely associate. And 2, recruiting a broad network of like-minded traditional Americans and facilitating the establishment of legally secure physical communities for them around the country. Because of the legal challenges posed by anti-discrimination laws, there are many ways to go wrong and make yourself and your community liable if you try to build white neighborhoods without first collectivizing for our common legal defense. We provide documents, recruiting platforms, and training for people seeking to form such communities. And yet, individual communities are free to form around whatever particular set of values and practices they like. We are welcoming of Christians and pagans, the more individualistic and the more collectivistic alike. Each community is organized by a company that we help association members to form. These companies are the legal entities that own and manage the land that the communities use, and the company's internal, but legally enforceable contracts spell out which piece of land is reserved for which member. By focusing initially on rural areas with little in the way of building codes or zoning laws, and that have abundant, inexpensive parcels of land, we're able to offer a way out of the mainstream anti-white system that's affordable and achievable even for those without any experience homesteading. By developing land together, we create well-paid work opportunities and share skills. We'd like to eventually expand into urban areas as well. Because of the benefits and savings that come from developing our own infrastructure, we hope to ultimately help white Americans obtain low-cost housing in safe communities in every U.S. state.
Listen, right now where we are in this country, this was kinda inevitable. We've let 10, 20, 30 million, however many million, illegal immigrants flood into this country unchecked. Then
unchecked.
Anti-white
wide open. Come on in.
White rhetoric flood the media 24/7, and on top of that, we let the complete degeneracy within the Black community go unchecked too. So this is what we get. White people are hated in this country. You can't even say white lives matter without it being demonized. You can't say it's okay to be white without people completely losing their minds.
You know how they attacked me when I said all lives matter.
So of course, some people are going to say enough is enough. And quite frankly, they have every right to. And just listen to these two Black ladies say, it is not okay to be white. Take a listen.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
Okay. What do you think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No. Y'all got too much. Yeah, y'all got too much.
Want to be white? That's awful.
No.
Okay, so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much. I would rather people. Yeah, as a whole.
And it's a group of people.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
And there was a group of people that's okay. Like some people fall in the line, like, we okay and we all together. But the majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
What should white people do about that?
There's not much y'all can do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do about that, do you think?
Some of the nastiest, sloppiest. It'd be the nastiest, sloppiest, deranged people, man. I tell you, boy. Still, I'll tell you.
Try not to be white.
Try not to be white.
That's all you can do at this point. No, try to be at least white as possible.
Minded, listen more.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Nah, you don't want to be them either. Nah.
How about black?
2000. We really in 2025, and people have this mindset. I just
definitely that's it. It's all you could be. It's the coolest thing to be. I mean, you really after that you talking bottom of the barrel. Really, Asian. That's probably worse than being white, ain't it?
A lot of people that we would speak to today would call what you're saying racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
Yeah, we know.
Are you serious?
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No, I don't.
And that right there proves my point, because much like these white people who are clearly fed up with everybody and made it clear that they don't want Black people, Jews, or gay people, I myself am tired of ghetto behavior in my own community. We as Black people need to separate the dysfunction in our community too. The loud, the ignorant, backwards behavior that makes us all look bad, that's dragging us down. These people.
Man, that's why you have Black fatigue. Black people are tired of UNs. Yeah, UN. It didn't got so bad with UNs. They got new rules, regulations now. New. You can't even Carnival Cruising came out with a whole set of new rules of what they allow, what you can't do, what you can't bring. Because guess what? UNs. You use certain subject of Black people. They call you ends. The bad ends. Y'all have ruined it for everybody. I'm just saying. Loud, ghetto, rude, cussing everybody out. Y'all want to fight. Y'all want to triple team and double team and beat up people. And then pull out your phones and put it all in people's faces and have no respect. Y'all don't respect authority. You want to argue with law enforcement knowing that you're in the wrong. Yeah, people are sick of all this crap, man. Build your white. Y'all go build your white towns. This is good. Go on, build your white town. I ain't hating on you. I ain't blaming. Do what you want. Yeah, cause we sick of all this crap. And this lady's right, man.
People who sit spewing this kind of trash, they get legal protection behind it. They're not waiting around. They are building. To embrace it, Would the media say it's a good thing that it's progress, inclusion, and some other globalist buzzword? Absolutely not. The country would be on fire. There would be protests in the streets and national outrage, mass panic, and not a single person would dare call them racist for wanting to protect their own culture, their land, and their way of life, because that would be seen as common sense. But when white Americans hear the same thing when they're told that they'll be a demographic minority in a country they build, suddenly it's white supremacy if they question it. Let's take a listen to how casually this is being framed like it is something to celebrate. Go ahead.
Demographics in America now sparking some fresh conversations about race and what it means politically. An analysis of census data from the Brookings Institute projects the number of white Americans will fall below 50% for the first time ever in about 20 years, 2045. At the same time, more Americans are multiracial and they don't identify exclusively with one box. Julia Manchester, national political reporter for The Hill, joining me right now. Okay, Julia, I read this article published in The Hill. More and more people have a child, a grandchild.
Ability, values, or loyalty is bringing dysfunction, entitlement, resentment, and straight up cultural decay. We've got millions of people pouring across the border illegally, not learning English, not respecting the country, not contributing anything but chaos. These people refuse to assimilate. Oh, and not to mention, a disturbing number of these people walk in the door already hating white people, already blaming them for their problems, which they didn't create, already trying to take from a system that they didn't help build. So when white Americans see the writing on the wall, when they hear you're going to be a minority in your own country, what exactly are they supposed to do? Cheer? No, they're going to respond, as they should. Because this is exactly what happens when you demonize a group 24/7, open the borders, erase the culture, mock traditional values, and then act shocked when people start checking out. To be clear, they're not running from diversity. They're running from destruction. And quite frankly, I do not blame them one bit. Not one bit.
We don't. Not one bit. We just being real, family. Not one bit. Yeah. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Y'all keep it real with me, man. And again, you won't hurt my feelings. You can say whatever you want. You know, and if your comment is deleted or you won't see it, I'm not deleting no comments on there. I allow my family members on this channel to say whatever y'all want. Say whatever you want. Call me whatever you want. Have fun. I don't care though. I'm gonna always be myself. Y'all will not change my mind. Y'all will not change me from now. There are things sometimes I might say something on camera, and then later on I'm like, nah, okay, I agree with you. Like the one situation we had a couple days ago with the woman, the police was too aggressive with the lady, rushing her dog to the vet because the dog was dying. But I think the lady was in the wrong. And that she should have either pulled over and tried to get an escort, because she is putting people's lives at risk, and we don't want anybody dying or anything because of a dying dog. So I agree with a lot of you guys, and a lot of y'all called me out on that video. So I agree with you guys. We don't. She was in the wrong, but again, that officer didn't have to be so aggressive. And after the woman said, my dog is dying, she said, I don't give a and then she was very, very aggressive. That's the part I didn't like, but if it was me, I would definitely pull over, and try to get an escort. But if the dog is if it looked like he's just, there's nothing, then yeah, I definitely won't be rushing through traffic and end up killing somebody because of a dog. I just wouldn't do it, but we'll try to get an escort. We'll try to, but there's things you can go about ways, but risking somebody's life, no. So we understand both perspective, both sides, and again, I'm glad y'all called me out on that video. But we do care for our fur babies. They're like family. I just didn't like the officer's response and how aggressive she was towards that woman, and I think that happened in Arkansas too. So yeah, man, what is going on in Arkansas? It's just some big things are stirring up in Arkansas, I tell you. But again, man, I love you guys. Again, we can agree to disagree. That's the best part about this channel. There's gonna be some things a lot of things y'all agree with me on, and there's gonna be some things you don't disagree with some of the things that I say. It's okay. Comment down below. But I love y'all. God bless you all and your family. Huge shout out to JC Carmen. Carmen JC. Loved her commentary. Loved a lot of her views on this. Y'all can go check her out. And hey, I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, you guys.